Most men won't talk about what's keeping them up at night. But if you're a husband, if you're a father, if you're a leader, or just a man trying to carry the weight of your own world, you know that the pressure is real. And going into 2026, it's not going to get any lighter. Coach high-performing, faith-driven men every single day, and I have noticed 5 silent killers that are showing up in their lives. 5 things that will steal your peace, hijack your identity, and slowly wreck your leadership if you're not paying attention. So in this video, I'm going to break down what those 5 things are, how they show up, and what to do about them. This just might be the wake-up call you didn't know that you needed. All right, number 1. The pressure to provide. Most men equate provision with performance. If income dips, the fear spikes. And while God does call us to provide, He never called us to play God. You've got to understand the tension there. It is important that as husbands, as fathers, we continue to do everything we can to put a roof over our families' heads, to put food on the table, and when at all possible, to provide a nice life for them. 1 Timothy 5:8, as a matter of fact, says that we are to provide for our households. But it doesn't say that we need to hustle until our soul breaks or until we break. Vision ultimately starts with trusting in Jehovah Jireh, not becoming Him. My encouragement to you, if this is your stress, if this is what keeps you up at night, is to start asking yourself, am I building wealth or burning out? You may say to yourself, it's a little bit of both. Then you need to figure out where you may be pushing too hard, because it's ultimately God who you need to trust in to provide. It's not about you. Number 2, the fear of failing the people that you love. We, and I do this too, work hard, long hours for our families. And then we feel like strangers when we walk through the door. Why? Because we've mistaken being a good man for being an absent achiever. Your kids don't need a hero. They need a dad who's emotionally present. Your wife doesn't want perfection. She wants your heart present with her. Again, you need to do everything you can to provide and to do that well. But if you are absent, you are failing. And so if this is you, I want to encourage you to block time on your calendar for intentional connection, not just presence, but pursuit. This could be a regular date with your wife, dating your kids, sitting down on the floor to play with them, putting your phone or your computer away when you get home, and knowing that it's going to be there tomorrow anyway. Number 3, the drift from purpose. This is a silent killer that I know many men, as they continue to pursue success, they really fight with. You look successful, you're doing well, but deep down, you start to feel off. It's like you're climbing a ladder, but it's almost like that ladder is on the wrong wall. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there's no vision, the people perish. Look at men without purpose don't usually explode. They just slowly fade. And with it goes their joy, goes their presence, goes their passion. If this is you, I want to encourage you to take some time alone with the Lord to clarify what you're building and why you're building it. You may be on the right track, but doing the wrong things. You may be doing the right things, but on the wrong track. This will help you to reclarify that for yourself. The 4th thing that I see keeping men up at night and killing them on an ongoing basis is private sin and shame. This one, it's gut level. You're winning in public, but you are battling in private. Maybe it's porn. Maybe it's pride. Maybe it's anger. The enemy is whispering, if they only knew you. In Romans 7, Paul says, I don't do the good I want to do, but the evil I don't want to do, I keep doing. Sound familiar? This is a regular struggle. You know what's right and wrong, but oftentimes you are getting yanked in a direction that you don't want to go in, but end up finding yourself in. And that may be because you've isolated yourself. You've just found yourself in a place where you shouldn't be. If this is your struggle, I want to encourage you to this. You don't need more willpower. You need freedom. Confess your sin, confess your shame, confess your struggle. Bring it into the light. Bring it to a brother. Bring it to an accountability group. This is where healing truly lives. And number 5 tails right into that. The 5th thing that I see that's keeping men up at night, and it is really killing them, is isolation. You're surrounded by people, but nobody truly knows you. That's the curse of high-performing men. We're admired, but often we're not known. This is Proverbs 27:17. You've heard this verse before. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. You were not created to carry this alone. And yet, where do you find yourself? I do want to speak to this just really quickly. Oftentimes, this is the result of we outpace the circle we were once in, and so we become more successful, a little bit better off, and therefore we don't find a uniformity. We don't find a commonality with those around us, and so we are just isolated. And that is dangerous. You need to get into rooms with people more successful than you, more powerful than you, smarter than you, so they can help you. If this is your struggle, isolation, pursue real brotherhood, not a networking group, not even a mastermind. Find a group of men that are willing to go to war for your soul. So here's the question that I want to ask you. Which one of these 5 hits you the hardest right now? Don't keep it in. Drop it in the comments or DM me if you find this on social and it's too personal. I promise you, I will respond directly to you. Look, this isn't about creating content. It's about calling men back to who they really are in Christ, who I feel I'm called to help inspire to become the men that God has created them to be. 2026 does not have to be another year of silent suffering. You are not what you do. You are a son of God, called to lead, called to love, called to live in the freedom that Christ has set you free in. Do not settle for anything less.